What's a bold claim? Martin, let's get it from a football perspective. How's this going to go? What's your take on it? Varane is a big miss for Manchester United, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, if you remember last week, we were talking about Manchester United Spurs, and for all the problems we saw with Manchester United, we also saw they could win that game, and they did that gallantly. You have to say that was a great result for them, but this is a different level now when you play Man City. They are a footballing machine. The way that they hoover up the ball all over the pitch, the way they interchange, the movement. They don't need to have a number 9 in the true sense of the word. They have false or fake fullbacks. They are fantastic the way they play the game. And I just feel at the moment Guardiola looks a little bit wounded. They lost last week. He was a bit prickly in the press conference. This is going to be a Man United team that's going to suffer in this one. They like playing against Man City with a back five, done it in the past to great success, but they need to be really on it because any problems in the team will be found out against City in this one for sure.
Wow, Martin, this is a Manchester United side that could suffer tomorrow at lunchtime.
Definitely, because it's what are you doing without the ball? You've got Cavani, Ronaldo up the top of the team. That seems to be the new norm now. Are they going to come back and help? Okay, you'll have the 5. Have you got enough pace in the back line? I think Bailly will probably come in to make that 3. But the way that City, that's a well-oiled machine. He was angry last week. They lost to Crystal Palace. And I see them now starting. If they're going to win this Premier League, and it's up for grabs with Chelsea and Liverpool, of course, in and around, they're going to start turning it on now. They usually go on the runs now, this sort of time. City put those runs together where they play really top football, and I see it happening again in this one.
Going to make them suffer.
Somebody move the bloody fence we normally have in there. Look, the
that
idea,
was actionable, Martin.
The idea that this is going to be a formality has slightly shifted in my mind because there is never a manager that pulls things out of the bag when the pressure builds up than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, by a combination more often than luck and chance than skill. They got away with it against Atalanta, and Atalanta must be sat there thinking, how in God's name have we played 2 games, come out with 1 point with those 2 Champions League games? The Tottenham were just poor, were just rubbish. They were a very poor side. Man United still had to beat them. This is a different challenge, but the unfortunate thing for Pep Guardiola is, in this instance, these games take a life of their own. I probably, if I was betting my house on who I would think would win, I'd think Manchester City. But because of these little factors that come in from the sideline, which is Solskjaer gets himself up from underneath, then goes back into a holding pattern of being away from the pressure, then back come the bad results, and then when the results really build up again, the pressure builds up, back comes a good result. Yeah. And I don't think the Atalanta and Tottenham results do take away from the absolute hammering they got against Liverpool, because Liverpool and Man City are who Manchester United pitched themselves against. So the next cab off the rank in the arena of does Solskjaer make it as a top manager is Manchester City. So the pressure comes on again. But I would suspect that Man City will win this game, but I think it'll be closer than that.
I think this man in the studio here is onto something, Martin, because he does have a resilience, doesn't he? At United, Ole.
Well, the way they won the European Cup in 1999 says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The way they won that in the last final seconds of a match, they're never going to give up. But when you look at the talent, just last weekend, Mahrez sitting on the bench, Gundogan sitting on the bench, Fernandinho sitting on the bench. There's so much quality, Sterling as well. I just feel City now will just start to purr, and that inner quest to get into the team, because the competition for places is huge there, sets a tone within the group, and the manager now starts to beat that drum. He's a serial winner of trophies, and he'll want to win again, and this is now coming into match time. This is the start of the season where he changes gear, and I see them doing it against Manchester United.
So what are we looking at, Martin? I mean, if they're going to suffer United, you're taking City to do a job on Manchester United.
Look, against Liverpool, they managed to draw Liverpool against City, and City were brilliant that day. So it can happen, things can go wrong. But I'm not going to predict a scoreline, but I just see that City will completely control the game and ultimately win it. What the score will be, I don't want to sit on the fence too often, Simon, today, but I am on this one, because it doesn't really matter what the score will be. It could be emphatic, and that won't help Solskjaer if it does happen. But no, this will be a run. This will be a win for City for me.
And that wasn't sitting on the fence.
No,
Mr.
he's been
Jordan,
very good. He's
it?
been very good. And I realise that Selco Builders sponsor us, and probably it's a perfect fit for Martin with their fence building capabilities. But he's not done it for most of the show. But also, look at the building. Look at the building. Look at the bench that United have against Tottenham. Rashford, Greenwood, Lingard, Sancho. Both of these sides have phenomenal lineups. It'd just be interesting to see. Ronaldo saved them. and keeps on saving them. And despite my protestations that he may well be the undoing of Solskjaer in the longer game, you never put anything against Ronaldo.
You have to say Ronaldo has done extremely well. That goal against Spurs last week was a thing of beauty.
And so was the goal against Atalanta.
Yes, yeah. It just keeps
producing game after game.
The boys get a future in the game. 12:30 tomorrow, Manchester United against Manchester City, live and exclusive right here on talkSPORT.
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Thursday morning, 10 till 1. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.